If you love fantasy books, nerdy gadgets, and stress-free holiday gifting, then this video is for you. Because I went to FACTS convention, bought a few amazing things there, and figured this might be a good gift guide at the same time. So hi and welcome back to my channel, my fellow fantasy book lovers, or if you're new here, hi and welcome. My name is Kathy and I'm a fantasy book lover from Belgium. For today's video, I'm combining two things into one. On one hand, I went to FACTS convention. I actually was there with my photography booth in which I took a lot of pictures. But of course, I also had a few hours of free time, so I went shopping a little bit in the hall around me. So the main things you will see from today's video are from the creator hall, and that makes it even better for me because supporting small creators, in my opinion, is so much more important than supporting big businesses or like Amazon and Bol.com. So I'm gonna talk to you about the things that I bought and who you might gift them to, and of course give you some other ideas as well. Now, of course, I wouldn't have been me if I wouldn't have gotten at least one book, and I actually only got one book, and it is The Sky of Sacrifice, and this is the second book in the Great Library of Tomorrow series. There is going to be 3 books. This is actually in collaboration with the festival Tomorrowland, so I'm not sure how that reflects on the books or whatever, but there is a very big marketing campaign behind it. The author was there to sign the books, so mine got signed again. I'm not sure. No, it isn't personally signed because I wasn't able to go myself because I was working, of course. And gifting books is something that you can, of course, do if you know the person is a book lover. But if you don't specifically know what books they want or don't want, then you can get a few things that I think you'll always be safe with. First of all, is a book that you love in which you put a little bit of like side notes and annotations and things that you really love about it. This way the gift is very personalized to the person you're giving it to. And second is classics. I think you can never go wrong with a good classic, especially in a pretty edition. Like I got a very pretty edition of Carmilla, and I am now personally looking for a pretty edition of Frankenstein because I just saw the movie, and I remember I started reading the book like years and years ago, I think 5 or 6, 7 years ago, but I never finished it. And now that I've seen the movie, I want to know what the book is like, if that makes sense. So the first thing that you might gift your book lover is, of course, books. Now, other things that you might gift your book lovers is book-related stationery. And I'm quickly gonna go through these, and I will link all of the creators that I bought from in the description box down below. The first creator that I bought from is basically Brit, and she makes the cutest stationery. Now, fun fact, I've had this notepad for a little while and she doesn't even make it anymore, but I love using these notes because I create chainmail jewelry, so if you're interested in jewelry, side note, you can also find that, link down below. But I write my thank you notes for my customers on these types of notes because they're just big enough that I can make a personal note, but small enough that it doesn't like clutter up the packaging or anything. So those I really love, and I have to be completely transparent. I bought all of them because I use these so much and I love them. And also from Basically Brit, I got these really cute Halloween bookmarks. On the front, they say the Halloween Book Club, location Haunted Mansion, time Halloween night, candy corn included. And then here you can write up a name if you want to and then omit one. And the reason I got 2 of these is because I'm actually going to give them to friends of mine who also read a lot and who are also Halloween lovers. Now, Brit also sells stickers. She also sells tote bags, if I'm not mistaken. So this creator definitely has a lot more than just notepads and bookmarks, but I only buy the things that I will actually use, so that's the reason why I'm only showing you these. Up next, we have another creator that I bought a bunch of things from. She also draws and hand makes everything, and she is called October Dots. So from October Dots, I got 4 bookmarks. 2 of them have this really gorgeous stained glass look to them. The backs are just plain stars, but the foiling on these and then the designs are so well done that I could not resist not getting these. One of them has a thunderous sky with purple, and the other one is like a haunted forest in blue tones. And then of course a coffin shape with moths, because I could not get it. And this one is one that I now share with my partner because there was a promotion. I don't know if it was 3+1 or 4+1. I think it was 4+1. But this one is a rider pass. This is done after Fourth Wing, of course. It is a rider pass, dragon approval required for the brave, the bold, the bonded. Do not fold, burn, or bleed on this ticket. And then it says here a code and admit 1. So this is so cute, so creative, and I will be keeping this with my dragon books. Also from October Dots, I got these 4 postcards. They are birthday cards or other themed cards. So this one is wishing you a happy level up, and this is D&D themed. This one is a little bit more cutesy, and it says this calls for cake. Then this one with the thistle on it says may all your wishes come true. And then the final one says time to celebrate. So I got these birthday cards because I never have enough really cute birthday cards. And these are gonna be gone with the birthdays of my friends, of course. And then the final thing, I still cannot get over how perfect this is. Now you couldn't see inside of this book, this notebook, at the event. So I saw the outside and I saw that the paper was kind of like dark, but I didn't expect what came next. When you open this notebook, the notepad days are actually lined into the same design, which is incredible, and they are double-sided. So this is hands down the most gorgeous notebook that I own, and if I would have known, I would have definitely purchased a second and a third and probably her entire stock, because this is for me the best thing ever. This is gorgeous. It looks amazing on my desk. It is totally my vibe. So October Dots, if I see you again at another event, I hope you have stock of these. And my friends who also love this might get this in a future gift as well. So if you have a book lover and you know that they love stationery, like writing notes, if they journal maybe, then getting these types of things is really good, because I know there's also washi tape, stickers, a lot of other smaller things that you could get someone, and if you really know what they like, it gets quite easy finding cute stickers. For example, I love bats, and you will see that in other items as well. So if you get me anything bat themed, I will most likely be very happy about it. Now, the last thing for your book lovers that I could really recommend is getting book sleeves. Now, do make sure that they don't have 100 of them yet, but book sleeves are protective cases that you can put your book in. You have the ones that are basically a bag that is the size of a book, where you just put the book in and then close the top. It is what I have for my Empire of the Vampire series, but you also have ones that you can actually put over the cover of your book, so you can actually read it with this protective bookcase on it. They exist in different colors, different patterns. Anything is possible, I think. The ones that I have are Empire of the Vampire themed, and I also have a basic Celestial one that I like to use. If you know their favorite books or types of books or series, then this would be very practical to know, because you can find a lot. So if you know that they love dragons, there are a ton of dragon-based book sleeves. Now, of course, not everyone's a reader, so for the other types of nerds, there are gifts too. And for the people that you know who play board games, a dice set is always a good idea. Now, these have kind of filigrees on them. They are a bit more fancier than your basic dice set, and you can go as cheap or as expensive as you want with dice sets. There are really pretty dice sets that are less expensive, plastic dice. And then of course you can get the more expensive custom made sets. I have an enormously beautiful custom set by Nuclear Dice. I will also link them down below. And they custom make sets and they ink them the colors that you want and everything. So you can go from like a die set, I think this one would have been around 20 euros. There are die sets as cheap as 10 euros, but you can, like me, sometimes go over 80 euros if you want a specific one. And also not to forget that there's metal dice. My current favorite die set that I use for my Tabaxi Bart is a metal die set. And of course, if you know someone loves board games and D&D, a dice tray or a rolling tower could also be a very good gift idea. It's something that I personally don't own yet, and it frequently happens to me that my dice get thrown off the table when I'm too enthusiastic while throwing them. So definitely a good gift idea if you're looking for something for your board game lovers. A third gift idea that might be good if you, for example, play D&D and you're buying something for your fellow D&D players is a miniature, either of their character or something related to the campaign you're playing. My partner, for example, last edition of FACTS got 3 dragons in 3 different sizes that he uses in battles during our campaign, because we often have to fight battles in his part of it. So it's definitely something that, again, you can go as cheap or as expensive in as you want. You can also get them unpainted. Sometimes you can get them pre-painted, or sometimes you can get them painted at the event itself. It does cost a little bit extra, of course, but I feel like having a miniature of your character to be able to play with it is really fun. And unfortunately, I play a very uncommon character, so I still don't have mine yet. The next item is one of the favorite things that I bought at FACTS, except for one that will be the last item that I show. And it is this. It is an actual lightsaber. Like, how cool. I know you can probably not tell the color very well because I have all the studio lights on, and it does make noise when you move it or play with it, when you hit it. You can even make it make like other noises. It's like super cool. But it does make a lot of noise when using it, so I'm not sure how annoying that was for you, so that's why I turned it off. Now, I got mine at Padawan Outpost, and the main reason I got one is that I've been doing sword tricks type situations, and it actually translates really well to lightsabers, and I've been wanting to get more into sword tricks and lightsaber tricks. So basically, at Padawan Outpost, you have a bunch of different bases, like grips, handles, that you can choose from. I took a basic black one that felt nicely in my hand, and on the spot I was able to do a few tricks with it, and then you pick the length of the saber, of the plastic bit that you want connected to it. There's 2 lengths if I'm not mistaken, and depending on the base that you get, it will look a tiny bit different. My partner got a black and metal one. We had an extremely good FACTS promo on them, so I think I paid 70 euros, which I think for something this cool is really reasonable, and I might make trick videos or reels or something in the future with these once I get better at it, because right now I'm not so good. Another thing that a lot of geeks might really enjoy are these. Not the actual headphones, but the things that you put on the headphones. And they come from a company called Magic Beyond. It's 2 sisters that create these things together. So I obviously have a pair of bat wings on mine, and then I also have these cathedral-like windows, and right now there is an iridescent film in these, but you could put another color in it as well. So if you go from the bottom, you can just pull out the insert and replace it. They Velcro onto the headphones. They are really cute, really stable. I used to have, I still own the Razer kitty ears, but because of a software issue, they keep clicking on and off, and it's super annoying. So I switched to another pair of headphones, and I immediately customized them with these things. And I almost forgot that they gifted me this extra set of attachments. These are little ghosties. So for your gaming geeks, you might get them a pair of headphones. Make sure that they're nice and big and comfy, because the headphones I'm using right now are just not big enough for my ears, so they hurt and I press onto them. So make sure it's like the over-ear kind. Most of the people love those more than the on-ear ones, or at least I do. And then if you want to give them something to customize them with, go to Magic Beyond to get your custom attachments. You can get them in different colors. You can even message them to get something custom done if you want it. Yeah, I really love what they make, and they are the sweetest girls ever. On to the final bits of my FACTS haul. I have to talk to you about plushies. I love pets, and I love crochet things, and I love stuffed animal pets and everything, so I had to. Now, this tiny crocheted chunk of a bed is so tiny and cute and square, and I love it. This one was made by Crochet by Wiz. She's a creator from the Netherlands, and I think this is just too adorable. I could not leave it there. And then of course the other one I got is this one. This is called Crimson. I didn't get Crimson this edition of Facts, but I think if you know the person you're giving gifts to loves plushies. Crimson also has a sibling called Luna, and Luna is a completely blue cat, and she's pretty, but it doesn't fit my style. So I only got Crimson, and Crimson by Blupsies is a celestial companion, and I love him. And then one of the final things I bought is also from Blupsies, and I have been literally living in this thing. It is an Oodie. And it is not just an Oodie, it's an Oodie with bats and moons on it. And it has a huge pouch, as most Oodies do. It is soft on the outside, but it is smooth. It's not like fluffy like most Oodies are, but the inside is this really plush, soft, fluffy fabric. Now, Blupsies is a store that I could highly recommend if you're into cute, whimsical things. She has keychains, she has stickers, she now has the Oodies, she makes plushies. There's also bee plushies that are adorable. She also has cows, she does mystery bags. It's a little bit of everything, but I find that everything she makes so cute and so adorable, plus she's extremely kind and sweet, so I could highly recommend her. So because this video might have been a lot of haul and not a lot of hints and tips, I want to summarize what you could get for who. So for your fantasy readers specifically, you can get special editions of the books that they love, annotated editions of books that you love to give to them. You could also get them book sleeves, bookmarks, or other book-related merch, but then you have to know which books they love, what they own, and what maybe their favorite read was. For your TTRPG lovers, or as we call them, the D&D lovers, because most of our friends actually play D&D, there are 3 things that I think you could absolutely get. First of all, dice sets. We never have enough dice sets. It's a fact. The second is dice trays or dice towers, and the third one is miniatures. Miniatures might be a little bit more difficult depending how well you know the campaign that they're playing, the character that they're playing, etc. But miniatures of their character is something they will always appreciate. If, like me, you have friends that are more darkly inclined, there are of course other gifts you could get them as well. The first one are art prints, or like the stationery that I showed you that is more darkly inclined. You could also get us candles that are witchy themed or that have a spookier theme around them, whether it be the scent names or the actual shape of the candle. And then of course, jewelry and trinkets are always a hit. For example, the bat keychains by Blupsies, or jewelry from Ayame Designs, who makes specifically goth and fantasy jewelry, or Adervale Creations, my own business that makes chainmail jewelry. Keychains are another really inexpensive gift to give, and you can find a bunch of different ones. My personal favorites are from Blupsies because she has a lot of different ones. Even in the bats, I think right now she has 9 different bat designs. So there's a white one, a celestial one. I now have the fall one on my keys, and I really enjoy them. And this wishlist video has been made for 2 reasons. 1, because I hate getting bad gifts, but 2, I really don't like giving bad gifts. And actually, to avoid getting bad gifts from family, we have found the perfect solution, because I have a face that really says it all whenever I receive a gift that I don't like, especially when I love it as well, of course. We have started using an online wish list, and this is really the perfect thing for me. Now, of course, there are several online wish lists. I will be linking to the one that we personally use down below, because you can add friends on it or add people on it, and then you can only see each other's wish list, so it stays private and within the family. And the way it works is that you can add the gifts that you would like to get on it, and then other people can cross off the ones that they've bought. The thing is that the other people can see what everyone else has bought, so you don't get double gifts, but you yourself don't know what has been bought and what hasn't. And a few of the reasons that we enjoy doing this is that the person that you're gifting something to, you actually know that they will enjoy it. You also know that the gifts that you're gonna get are gonna be something that you actually want to receive. And for our family, we also agreed to stay within a certain budget, so it also avoids some people getting really expensive gifts and other people getting just something small. So for us, this really works super well. It is something that I could highly recommend. We also use it for birthdays. Feel free to let me know in a comment down below which of these nerdy gifts speaks to you most and what would you gift to your friends and family. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already and you'd like to be, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm back to making weekly videos and I would love to have you for every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching and happy reading. Bye!